Hi, I'm Ben from Maybe Autism's My Superpower.
Hi guys, how are you today? So we are making a video today about speech and autism. It's really the #1 question Ben and I receive on his page or through messages, asking the question of how did Ben develop his speech? What did I do to help him? And that was quite a journey and continues to be a journey. And so we're often reflecting on that so we can give you some tips and advice of things we think of along the way. And today we had the moment of remembering how difficult it was for Ben to
speak and eat at the same time.
Speak and eat. So even though Ben had developed speech and was having conversations with me over dinner time, he often, you're smirky, something funny, you're thinking of funny things. He would often have a really hard time answering my questions while he was eating, or talking to me at all while he was eating. Do you know why that is, Ben?
Because I'm hyper-focused and OCD about my meal.
You're hyper-focused, that's a good word. You must hear Mommy say that. He is hyper-focused on his meal. He's OCD about his meal. Very hard for him to do those two things at the same time, to eat and then answer someone's question, even though he has the language to do so. So I started to incorporate our therapists into Ben's meal times. Even if I just had him eat a snack, I would have them sit with him and do conversational exchange. And oftentimes I would write out some conversation exchange cards for him that are topics of interest for him, because I knew that he would be more inclined to speak or answer questions if it was a topic that he enjoyed. But sometimes we use Super Duper. I love their cards a lot. And who would sit with you? Do you remember?
Don't remember.
Remember your therapist that would sit with you?
Yeah.
Who?
Stacy.
Stacy. Yes, so she would sit down with you and you would have like a snack or a meal, right? And then what would happen?
Then I would talk.
You would talk. Would she ask you questions?
Yeah.
And would you ask her questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd go back and forth.
Back and forth.
And she would remind you, you know, to put your, it's okay to stop, and what would she remind you?
Put your utensils down.
Put your utensils down, swallow your food, and then answer, and you can go back to eating. And so we just practiced that a lot with him. So it became a little more of a habit that he would answer me. If I asked him a question during dinner or lunch, or even when we'd have company, it's nice for Ben to be engaging in conversation during meal times. I think Ben's having funny thoughts today because he keeps smirking, which I like, right? Okay, so just something to think about. Your child may be developing speech, but then you may see that while they're eating, they're not having the easiest time using their speech at those moments. They have sensory issues with their food, so sometimes they're just trying to work through their meal time. And other people may think, oh, this child's speaking, I could talk to them during dinner, and it's very challenging. So the practice is important. And if you're a parent, grandparent, ask your therapist maybe to incorporate this. If you're a therapist, maybe consider this when you're working on speech and conversation exchange with your students. And do you think that that helped you, Ben?
Yeah.
You do? And for me, I always try to use topics that Ben liked so that he'd want to talk. What are some of your favorite topics to talk about?
TV shows.
TV shows, funny shows, anything funny Ben likes. Right?
Yeah.
So you laugh. So, and then Ben would ask a question back to the therapist, and then they'd stop talking a little bit and eat and go back to the questions. So just something to think about. We're thinking about, you know, Ben's speech journey to try to help you guys with whatever tips we can. We hope this helps. We hope you're having a good holiday season. Right, Ben? All right. What do you want to say to everyone?
Goodbye. Don't forget, Autism's a superpower.
Sure is. Have a great day. Bye, guys.